Hello everybody and welcome to another video walkthrough brought to you by Mr. T Real Estate. My name is Adam and I'm here in Kalubowila to check out a beautiful house design in Kalubowila. One that you should see. Come on, come, let's have a look. This is the living space. So we are in a 7.4 perched beautiful house, brand new house. We are looking at 2,500 square feet approximately. We have space for 2 cars and we have a roller gate, and I like the design of the property. I like how it's done. It's very cozy, that's the right word. I think it gives you a warm feeling, it gives a good ambience, the lighting, the colors, has a bit of a warmth feeling, so that's something nice, and quite a bit of light. There is a lot of light coming in from here. You can also look at a little bit of a garden space just at the background here. So you have 2 windows. One from there and one from here. So before I walk in, I'm going to walk out and then I'll take you in again. So you have a garden strip here. Nice open space. Could be used as nice open space here. Could be used as a separate entrance. If you want to put a door here, you can do that. But good to have it open. This is the garage. You have space for 2 vehicles easily. So cement finish, nicely done. Roller gate, nice colors, you have a variety. Roller gate, and you have black, white finished wall there. You have a darker color towards the door. You have a lighter color as you enter. And you have this window set up here to enable light. And always nice to have some greenery. Not to forget, it's covered but safe and rain free. So you have the light, you have a little bit of a shade, you don't have water, the vehicle is safe, and the house is bright. That's the most important thing. So this is the usual entrance if someone's coming in, or if you want to get an order or open up for postman or whatever. And then you have an interesting color here. And then you have the plants with the lights. A lot of the houses we normally cover have a fully covered piece of wood. It doesn't have a piece of glass. That gives you this transparency to have a look from the outside to the other side, or from the inside to the outside, to see and to get light in. So quite nicely thought of, the design factor, the whole it's teak, by the way. The wood used in all the doors of the property is teak wood, premium teak wood. So this here is the entrance. I use the word cozy a lot because it's perfect in terms of size. You don't have a lot to worry about in terms of maintenance, and it has a good long rectangular shape where you can easily squeeze in your sofa or your TV. You could have this as your living area, and you have a little bit of greenery on the outside and something nice. If you want to entertain some friends, if you want to have a drink, or if you want to just have some fun, perfect setting. This is not the kitchen space, this is just a pantry area, and this is a very unique feature in this house. So very well thought of, and again it gives that warm feeling. You don't need to go to a hotel. If you put in some nice pieces of furniture, I think you can certainly get the ambience along with some speakers. Very interesting light fittings. There is a good variety of light fittings. We have a suspended ceiling on top, and this is becoming like a very trendy light. The black and yellow concept. Sometimes we have the ropes also. So quite nice. Then you have these lights which are round, and then you also have the LED ones on the ceiling. And then you have a different variety here on the wall. The wall lights are very much different to the ceiling lights, so quite a bit of design put in. It's like it's almost 20-30% furnished. You just have to bring in the furniture. Lighting and all of it is all there. Panasonic is considered to be a top brand. It's well known, from ACs to fans to whatnot. They make all kinds of gadgets. Right, so this is the living space. We have the stairway. There's a bit of space underneath the stairway for storage, which you will naturally have. So before we go upstairs, I want to show you the ground floor. There's a lot to see on the ground floor, and it looks like the house is elevated. I'll tell you why. This is a nice setup to have. I forgot to mention you have soft close drawers, quite a bit of storage space. You have a lot of storage space. This is not the kitchen. I will take you to the kitchen. So come on, follow me. On the ground floor, usually you do have one washroom. So let's have a look at this washroom. I like the feeling I get in this washroom because apart from the usual stuff we see, there is a lot of practicality used in the washroom. There's one more light we missed out. So you have the light here, then you have a nice wooden frame. Again, this color goes with the tiles there, so matching. And easy to clean and mop. You don't have to worry about, has a bit of a minimalist design. I will explain more about the minimalist design as I enter towards the washroom area. In a minimalist washroom, you don't get a sliding door, you don't get a cubicle. You just get one glass piece like this. So you come into the washroom, you do your showering. Again, you don't need racks, you just have the soap here. So nothing to worry in terms of installing racks. Very minimalist. Do your job and then you go out. No need to open, close sliding doors and cubicles, and then after about 6 months to 1 year the screws get loose and then maintenance. All that's not needed. So quite nice. This here is the kitchen. Again, something interesting about the kitchen is you have these transparent pieces installed in between the doors, so you don't have to open the door and walk into the kitchen to see what's going on. It's sort of see-through, so that's something nice. Sometimes whoever it is, whether it's the lady or the husband or whoever was cooking, even if it's the maid, it does feel a bit odd when someone opens up the door. What are you doing? You can just see them through. So this here is the kitchen space, apart from the pantry area in front. It has the basic necessities. You have the stove, the extractor, 2 separate spaces, and there is cement finish. The wood, granite, tile, and nicely done. A lot of variety used, a lot of different materials used, and then you have the wet side of it where the washing and stuff happens. So the cooking happens there, and then the washing dishes and all of that happens here. Both sides have storage, good enough space. There's space behind me as well. Let's go have a look. This is nice. This view that you see just outside, and as I mentioned to you, it looks like the house has been elevated. You could see that that looks like the ground level, so it is elevated by around 4 feet. So that spot there is or could be used for a washing machine if you want to, or if you want to put in any other types of sinks, you have provision there to do something. It's always nice to have a space like this at the back of the house. Something interesting is that you could go around the house from here. You could go all the way to the front. Again, it gives a very nice look. Stone paved here, and nicely done. There is a separate maid's washroom as well here. So let's go upstairs. Let's have a look at what's on top. Nice to see that the trees have been spared and saved. So very thoughtful of the owner to do that. Right, let's go. Again, from a practical perspective, if you keep that door closed and if you're cooking from here, if you're worried about the food fragrance, it can escape through the door on this side. You have a window as well, so the fragrance won't get into the house. So that's something nice. On the ground floor, we have one room. Let's have a look at that. I like that it has a bit of a U here. It's not close, it has this gap, so that's something interesting. It's a bit away from the kitchen and a little bit away from the washroom, but not too far away because it's a shared washroom. So let's go inside. Let's have a look at this room on the ground floor. Good size. I like the setup. If I can stretch out like this, and if there is space on either side, it is good size because it's quite spacious. All the rooms in the property are quite spacious. You have the lights, the fans, the plug points, and quite nicely done. Also have the provision for the AC. And this also overlooks the backyard. You can always put some more plants and make it look even pleasant. Fully tiled, nicely done. This thick grey color always complements with the rest of the lighter colors used. It's I can see it's a brilliant white on the ceiling, and it has a bit of a morning white on the walls. So quite nice. And then you have a fully covered teak door. Let's go upstairs. So that's it on the ground floor of this property. There is a lot to see, a lot to enjoy. You have to call on 076 325 7736. This house is going to sell very fast. It's a hot cake. It's still brand new. A few fine-tuning things to be done, a few touch-ups. But otherwise, it's ready for viewing. Call on 076 325 7736. Let's go upstairs and let's have a look at what's on top. I like how it looks from here. It's quite nice. Also, something nice here is that the window here and the window here is allowing light to come in. Usually you'll just see the two walls, but wherever light can escape into the property, it has been allowed to come in, so that's something nice. Right, so we are here on this 7.4 Perch property, approximately 2,500 square feet. Trust me, it looks like 10 Perch. It doesn't look like 7.4 Perch at all. And we've got a lot of spaces, so we'll start from over here. Unfortunately, we cannot show you this room because there is still some storage material, but you will get the idea once you finish up the entire tour with us. So let's have a look at this washroom here. Again, similar concept, minimalist, same thing like I mentioned downstairs. Quick peek. Right, so we are here on the second or third bedroom. One we cannot see, one we saw downstairs. And something nice I want to show you is, if you come in, you will see that this has a door stopper at the end. Doesn't damage the wall. Does not damage the wall. Quite a few properties I have covered, I've noticed, when you open the door, you have these cracks here on the side of the wall because the door stopper is not put in place. It's a good sized room, rectangular in shape. One side having a dark, thick coat of paint, and then you have the wall lights, quite a few around. And this room comes with a balcony, so you won't feel like you're stuck in a box. You have a balcony space here. If you want to get some fresh air, if you want to look at some greenery, this is the tree we saw downstairs. It's a very interesting setup. Part of the tree is shared with the neighbor. So we have a view of the backyard, and this is most likely the most private space in the house. You're in the opposite end, so if you have visitors and if you want to be away from all the conversation, this can be a nice place to be in. I'm guessing this is going to be either a visitor room, office room, or for the kids. So nicely done. In today's time, we see all kinds of inventions and innovations and changes in lifestyle. We see people getting on to all kinds of social media platforms. So having some extra space on properties where you can do other things, like for example this space here, this is more or less the TV area, but if you don't want to have the TV area, if you feel it's too compact, especially at a time where working from home is also a concept, this can be used to set up a table, to set up your your hot desking. You can work from here, you can have your office room, you can even set up a separate television area here, play your video games, or even put some tripods and maybe start TikToking maybe. You could do that. So that's one spot. Then the best part about the floor here, you also have another space here, more or less the TV lounge, because you can see the sockets, and you have a built-in sofa. Perfect. Put on some cushions, get some lights, install some speakers, and there you go. You can watch your favorite movies, you can do all of that. Still add in a few more bean bags. Nice brick finish. This is very valuable to any property. You have space to sit down, so that's something nice. So it's like you're getting an already semi-furnished house with the beautiful lighting and some seating spaces like these. High ceilings. Nice combination of colors used again. You have the cement finish, then you have the red brick finish. It gives its original, authentic look. There is no camouflaging here, no varnish or paint polish on top. It has its original look and feel, so it's nice. It gives you that feeling of authenticity. Right, so let's go to the fourth room. More or less the master bedroom. So when you say it's a master bedroom, it has to be big in size. It is big in size. It has quite a few lights. In this property, you have the AC also in the master bedroom, and you have quite a large balcony space. High ceilings. Fully tiled. On that side, which is opposite to me, you have the balcony. And then to my left, you have another space, like I mentioned earlier, which you could use for multiple purposes. This is a very cute space here. It does get a bit of light and breeze. It's not fully sealed, but like I mentioned earlier, you can use it for a creative purpose. We are here in the master bedroom of this 7.4 beautiful, large, spacious house which is up for sale. Before I take you to the laundry area, the wardrobe area, I'd like to show you the pantry space here in the master bedroom. It is quite large. And it has a very nice view, good background. This here is the space to have the wardrobes. So nicely segregated. You have the wardrobe space just here. You have light coming in from there. Something very nice, something an experienced house builder will not miss. So you have light coming in. So cupboards, mirrors, all of that can be nicely planned, designed and installed. And then the washroom. Master washroom has to be large in size. I like the minimalist concept. It's very easy to clean it up and just send the broom or the mop through it and nothing of it gets damaged. And then having no sliding door or cubicle is a big benefit and a big cost saver for anybody. So good size, good space. You can even dance here, you can do all of that. So good size washroom, have a look. So I was just thinking of the whole setup here, and I have to tell you that the creativity used in the house has to be appreciated. You have multiple spaces and you have additional spaces to add in your creativity. TV lounge is already there, but if you want to do something, you can do something there. You also have this extra space here. You can make it a separate seating. You can add in, a separate TV area. Sometimes the kids want to play their favorite video games and then you want to watch your favorite TV program. Both can be done, so something nice. Let's go upstairs, let's have a look at the rooftop. Lot of space, lot of light. And I like this thing here. If you're having a party, perfect to set everything up, to keep things. You also have 2 power plugs here, which is quite nice if you want to have some kind of party or if you want to use this space for. It's another room like the room downstairs I showed you. Unique. And then you have the washing machine set up here. The water to come in, the water to go out, the power to give the electricity to the machine. Rooftop, let's go inside. Something I don't like about a lot of the properties that I cover is that when you go to the rooftop, you don't have a seating space. This property gives you the seating space, so it gives you that extra bit of convenience, and it also makes you feel good because you could sit, you could look around, you could see how nice the setup is. Get some fresh air, especially at a time where you have to spend most of your days at home. This rooftop area is very unique. You can see it's nicely split with the plants. You have one here, and you have two other plants. If you want, you can move them. These are movable plants, and good size. We are about, I would think, about 40 feet from the ground level, and nice light color. The heat doesn't penetrate in. If you have a darker color, the heat penetrates because the sunshine hits the rooftop, and then most houses, if they put darker tiles, the heat goes right down, but here the heat would reflect, so quite nice. And then in the evening hours with the lights around, it will give a very warm and cozy look and feel into the property. Perfect to spend your evenings here on the rooftop or by the gardens. I have to also point out you have the water tank on top, and something extra special about this house is that you can configure the solar power system. This house has provision to do that, so if you want to solar power this entire house, you can do that too. So call us on 076 325 7736. It's a hot cake. It's going to get sold fast. We are in Kalubowila. We are not at all far from the main road, from all the conveniences such as the hospital, the supermarket, the banks, etc. And don't forget to like, most importantly comment, subscribe. Send this to all your friends in Dehiwala, Mount Lavinia, Borlasgamo, Maharagama, Ratmalana, and so on. Whoever wants to come closer to Colombo, this is a perfect location, perfect spot, and help us spread the word and be a part of our hugely growing YouTube community. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on another video.